Fancy lad.
Fancy lad.
Fancy
Podcast,
lad.
fancy lad.
Fancy lad.
Podcast, gonna talk to my friends. Gonna share a
Fancy
thought.
lad.
Gonna have a laugh. That's what I
Fancy
thought.
lad.
Fancy lad.
Fancy
Fancy
lad.
podcast. Fancy lad. Fancy lad
Fancy
podcast.
lad.
We're back
Yes, we are. We are back.
on the Fancy Lad podcast.
Yeah.
That's right. We're on the Fancy Lab podcast.
Hi, Fancy Lad podcast.
Hey.
You may not recognize that voice there, but that's actually a special guest that we have today.
Yes, that is our very special guest, Andy.
Very special guest, so much so that I know him as Andy. And
Nothing
oh
else.
wait, hold on, pro skater Andrew Allen.
Yes,
we finally
That's
got
not
pro.
me. No, well, I'll tell you,
Is there a problem with the booking?
we
Tom?
both have the same middle initial too.
Well,
so,
there it is.
yeah, Andrew B.
This hap-
Allen. I'm the less.
This
Yeah,
isn't
I'm
the first
sorry.
time because last week Bill Muska showed up
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
pissed.
Well, that was more on my part because I said, maybe he just goes by Bill. This time I went down. I said, I need Andrew Allen on the show, professional skateboarder. They said, well, which one? What's the middle initial? I said, well, B, of course.
Well, let me tell you something. I am 46 years old, and I do plan on turning pro before I'm 50.
Well,
That's my goal.
What company are you shooting for?
I don't know.
I mean, I think that's a totally
well, that's up,
feasible
not,
goal.
and it's not up to me.
Might I suggest Tired?
Is that are they still is that still a company?
I think so.
Huh.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean,
But
I would
yeah.
be surprised.
Fancy dad.
But yeah, 46 years old. You and Switchblade,
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, we're
46,
both. Yep, we're both
and
46.
both an inspiration to us all.
It's true. It is true. You laugh,
And it's-
but it's true.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are going to be. You guys are going to be on it when you're 46.
No, I told you you're gonna outlive.
Oh,
me for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
Now
burying me.
let's reiterate. It's in years, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No.
Yeah, AD years.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
okay.
no, you will be at his funeral.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
You will be
don't
carrying
Doing the
the
eulogy.
coffin.
No.
Yeah.
And you will be one of my
Don't say
boys
that.
carrying my corpse to slash grind the quarter pipe
oh
one
my
last
gosh,
time.
that's pretty cool.
That is going to be cool.
You
You're
know
not
what?
going to want to miss that.
You know
and
what?
it's going to be a kiss coffin.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hot dogs.
can I just say something?
Yep.
I don't believe in death.
Whoa.
Yeah, sorry, I just dropped that right in the
Oh,
beginning of the
my God.
podcast. So I believe.
I thought you
yeah,
said
I
keep
am-
this about
I know, I'm
skateboarding.
sorry,
Wait a minute,
I'm
right?
sorry. I
Okay,
don't.
wait.
Sorry.
Keep going.
Well, you know, I, you know, your body, of course, your body will die. But
Okay.
I don't think that you're gonna die.
Uh-oh. Then when
So-
do we get to, like,
Oh
relax?
no! you said relax?
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
relax right now. We're doing a podcast.
Like when do I get to
okay.
like stop worrying about everything?
right now.
Ooh.
Oh.
My gosh, we're living like, man, we're doing a podcast in JP. We're living like kings and queens. You probably ate food this morning.
I
We're
did
in
eat
an
food this
apartment.
morning.
We're
How'd you
like-
know that?
Yeah.
You've been spying on me?
Yep. Oh man. So relax.
You know, I'm going to try it out. I can't guarantee that it's going to work.
Tom, you gotta relax. man.
I've tried it before. It's difficult.
I know.
Yeah.
Use the back roller.
Yeah, I bought that, and I've
And
used it a few
weed.
times. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That'll make you relax.
All right, here we go.
Rip it.
Nice, dude.
It's not working.
Also, I want to throw out something at the very beginning.
Hit me.
The Benton podcast was weird, dude. That was a weird podcast.
What was
Can I
weird
bring
about
it
it?
up? Do you
Yeah,
have to
what
cut
was
that
weird
out?
about
I
it?
don't know.
Yeah,
I know
what
it was weird that we decided to have, John Benton on the podcast.
Yeah, that
I
was
will
a
say
strange
that was
pick. That was
strange.
strange.
No.
Oh.
And trying to snipe him off a transportation unit for your own company.
What,
That's
dude?
messed up.
Snipe?
Dude,
Yep.
there was...
That's messed up.
Sniper no sniping. That was not
Yeah.
something that was happening.
Listen, that dude has been fucking begging me for
Yep.
the longest time. And I said, listen, buddy, I know that you're just a
Yeah.
sponsor hopper, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I need some reassurance
Yeah.
that if you're part of FL,
Yep.
that you're down for life, like you with that tat next
Yeah.
to Millhouse.
Hell yeah.
Get a tat, John.
Yeah, get a
Hey,
tat.
hey, John. Get a tat. Get beat in,
Oh, I don't know, man.
and then prove yourself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
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 Essay.
Yeah, like you get jumped in, like jump
Jumped
rope.
in.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then you have to make a LinkedIn.
Stating that you're part of the Fantasy Lad
Yeah.
Corporation.
That's
Yeah,
how all the
if-
gangs do it.
You know what? Matt Tomasello does have a LinkedIn, so if you follow Matt Tomasello, you should actually add him to your LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's true.
Why do you? Can I ask you a question?
He needs
Yeah.
to expand his network.
I have a couple questions that I wanted to, or a couple things I wanted to bring up. Every time I mention wanting to learn a flip trick, I refer to Matt Tomasello, and then you get mad at me.
I've actually never even. I have no recollection of any of that.
Because
I don't know what
I'll
you're
say
talking
like
about.
if I'll say I want Matt to teach me a trick, and then
Yeah.
you get mad at me. You're like, I'm gonna teach you that flip trick. You're-
Well, I mean, first of all, yeah, I'm better than Matt.
Okay.
At doing the actual trick. So
Gotcha.
there's that. There's that.
Gotcha.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, Matt's much better skater than I am, but one day we were going tit for tat,
Huh?
like I say, tray flip over a sewer cap, and I
Ah.
still say my tray flip was better.
You got a beautiful tray
Yeah,
flip.
I don't doubt that. You got a great tray.
You got a beautiful, beautiful.
Also,
tray
if
flip.
you
And
saw
that-
the way,
that was the trick, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
and that's the trick that you're gonna
Yeah.
learn
true.
today.
Yep, I'm
Mhm.
learning a tray flip. Learning tray
You've
flips
never
today.
done one, but
Never
you're
done.
gonna do one by the end of this podcast.
on a Fancy Lad board that I just put together this morning.
hell yeah.
A first
Yeah.
in history, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
46 years old, first tray flip today,
Yep.
calling it Babe Ruth style.
done. Pointing at the sky.
Yep.
Yeah. But you should also look at your board.
Yeah.
I'm
and when
gonna-
you point, you should just do level, like how high the tray flip is going to be.
It's going to be pretty low. It's going to be a rocket tray flip, I bet. But whatever,
Oh.
as long as I get back
If
on
it's
there.
rocket, that's going to be kind of sick.
Yeah.
Folds over.
Yeah,
I'm looking
yeah,
forward
that'd be
to that.
sick. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
But you did too the other day, right?
Yeah, but the next day I didn't do any.
You lost it.
Well, yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm going to try some with you.
Nice.
When
Okay.
did you do your first kickflip?
Oh, well, I probably did my first kickflip when I was a kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you recently just learned them.
No. I mean,
I was misinformed.
I did, I didn't consistently do them when I was a kid, but I did a few when I was a
Mhm.
kid. Yeah, on big wide boards.
yeah.
Well, that's more difficult. We were just talking last time with John Benton how when we
Yeah.
were growing up, that was a novelty.
Yeah,
Doing it on a big fatty.
yeah, on a big wide board. I can actually
big
tell you
fatty.
the exact board that I did my first kickflip on.
Please
was
do.
it?
It was a Dogtown Eric Dressen Mini
Hmm.
with Thunder trucks and
Mini,
Alva
so was
Rocks
it like
wheels.
a 9-inch?
Nine something.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a big mini.
It's a big mini.
Yep.
I wish my mini was
Shorter
that
though.
big.
I mean, I
Mm.
think minis back then would be just considered a shorter board, maybe just as wide.
Yeah.
Maybe you know what I mean?
Yeah,
A
it's
little
weird
bit.
that
Probably a chody one.
yeah,
Yes.
it's
Ye-
weird by
a
today's
yes.
standards.
yes.
It's like 3 inches.
Yeah.
It's like massive.
I think when Vert Pros would have a quote unquote street model, it would be considered the mini. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'd be
Mm.
similar in shape, but maybe just a little bit scaled down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't help but just, we were talking about it last night. I keep, just thinking about you and the team manager Switchblade.
Yeah.
Just both same age, both covered in tattoos.
Yep.
First learned, I think he did like a couple flip tricks way back when he was first started
Yeah.
skating. Was there a period of time when you just didn't skate?
There always was like maybe a lull, but not a period of time where I went a long time without skating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't skate for like probably, I don't know, close to 10 years or something. I don't know. We're going to have to get him on the
Who,
podcast.
the Blade?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Blade.
yeah,
the Blade.
yeah, yeah.
The Blade himself.
Well, I
The
mean,
Blade, who I
there
made
always
team
had
manager
been
because he had a
something-
car when we didn't.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we
yeah.
had to get to the rad skate park in the winter.
Yes. Yeah. I think other things had taken precedence in my life, and then
Yeah.
I would have to scale it down. But I grew up racing BMX. Mainly.
Well, if I
So-
wasn't a professional skater myself,
Yeah.
who knows how much I would be skating. But this is my
Exa-
career. here.
Exactly.
Mm.
No, I know.
Oh.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
you do?
Yeah, I do know.
This is his career.
I know.
You know that?
Oh.
I
So you-
did. I have.
You
I
can tell
just
that I was
looked
a
at.
professional skater.
I just looked at your LinkedIn before I came down here.
Dude, can I talk to you real quick off mic?
Yeah, could you?
Dude, I think that's the first fucking guy that's ever realized that skateboarding's your career.
Yeah.
Dude, seriously.
I knew it was your
I
career.
never actually had this reaction.
Tell him.
I thought God, I was gonna have to defend myself too. What do I do? What do I do?
Tell him you love him.
I love you.
I have a lot of respect for you, and I have a lot of respect for your skateboarding career.
I know that you like Tom.
I
'cause
love
you told
Tom.
him that.
Yeah, I love Tom.
Yeah, hell
Well,
yeah.
I came
Love
into
you
his
too,
house, and just there's a lot of musical instruments around here,
Mm-hmm.
and
See, this
Yeah.
is what I love about you. Your positive perspective. You're just a beam of positive energy
Well-
whenever I see you.
well, I'll tell you.
And I'm kind of a dark boy, so I really appreciate it.
Well, I had a very long period of being a classic dark boy.
Hmm.
I was in
So there's hope.
I was in mental hospitals. I was on many different medications for depression. Yeah. Yeah.
But you found the light.
I did find the light,
So
and
to
so to speak. Yeah. I will say, on your podcast, I hope it's not very controversial, but that light is Jesus Christ.
I just have one question.
Yeah, sure.
Did Jesus Christ ever even skate?
I'm assuming he did it scripturally. It's not there.
Because one thing
But-
I have over Jesus Christ is that I could tray flip.
Right.
Well,
I've never seen footage of Jesus Christ doing a tray flip.
you've
Well,
never,
he's a carpenter, so he probably could build some fucking sick ass ramps
boom.
and maybe some manips.
Thrasher ramp
Actually,
plans.
you're right.
Dude, probably the best manip ever. Put some hinges on there. It's like water, and
Yeah.
then he fucking does a kickflip. Wine, baby.
Well,
Boom.
that's another point. Yeah, I know because you're Christian,
I am a Christian. Yep.
and that was why I was so reluctant to
Yes.
sell you that board this morning with the
right
pentagram,
with the pentagram.
on it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to
Symbolism.
offend you, because I'm very sensitive to
Well, it's
judgmental Christians.
Yeah, it's a hard. You don't want to be a person who gets pigeonholed into something too quickly, because then it's kind of like you're automatically off on the wrong foot with somebody that you want to have a good relationship with. I think if you come across as a real. It's just you don't want to be in people's face about
Hey,
different
judge
stuff.
not.
Yeah, I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be judged by
Right.
people.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's probably a good approach to it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I mean,
it's
especially in skateboarding, there's a lot of, you got your Christian Asoys, and
I was going to ask if Christian
Yeah.
Soy was your favorite skater.
he is not my favorite skater.
Because he
I was
invented the Christ Air.
I got tattooed by Christian Asoy.
Wait, did he invent the Christ Air? Or did
He
he
did
just...
invent the Christ Air.
Okay.
He tattooed you?
Yes, Christian Asoy tattooed me.
Which tattoo? If
This
you
right
could point
here.
it out.
Across.
For all our
And a heart.
Patreon viewers can
Yeah,
see
for the
that
Patreon
right now.
people. He only, I think I may be the
Yell exit
first,
to Patreon.
the first or second person that he ever tattooed.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. He was visiting my friend Fred Smith,
Mm.
who was a pro skater for Alpha. Yeah.
Yeah, who you work with, right?
I did work with. He doesn't work at the tattoo shop anymore.
Mm.
But he was visiting. Krishna Soy was visiting, and he came to the shop, and we just put it out there. Hey, you should tattoo me, and he tattooed me, and Ram and Freddie helped him out, and it was fun.
Yeah.
It was kind of a weird. Obviously, it was kind of a weird thing because it's Krishna Soy tattooing me.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was obviously mind blowing because he's
Christian Asoy.
he's Krishna Soy.
It's weird that you said to me, too, that you're excited to be on the podcast because you never talk about skating when
Yeah.
you worked with a pro skater from the 80s. And Rom, who owns it, built
Yeah. Well,
Maximus Skate Park with Doug
me,
Moore, right?
I think it's like a thing. I have always been surrounded by people. I feel like the Ferris Bueller of every little arena in my life.
Oh,
Like, do you know what I mean? So like, I hang out with the burners, and I hang out with the jocks, and I hang out with but I'm so surrounded by so many talented, amazing people. Like seriously, I'm not even shitting you. That like, I'm always like amazed. Even when I first met you guys, I was like, oh, thank God, there's still skateboarders like this. Oh,
what,
thank
depressed
God.
and jaded?
No, yeah, no. No, do you know what I mean though? So as I'm artists, people that are around me in tattooing, fine artists,
Yeah.
musicians because I'm a musician, and just people in every different arena.
Yeah.
My mentor, at church, a pastor, senior minister, who was, genius guy, and just like, I'm very blessed. So, if somebody wants to talk to me about skateboarding, it's like, I feel like I have to witness to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, I've been a part of some different things,
Right.
but it's more like, oh my gosh, I'm just surrounded by amazing people and skateboarding. It's a real blessing. I got to skate with Eric Dressen last summer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just these things, like when you're a little kid, you're like, oh my gosh, it's like mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So,
I'm glad you can appreciate our skating, even though it seems like you're more of the 80s vert type of fan.
well, I think when I was skating, it was like at the cusp of the vert street thing, and I mean, I would say my peak of skateboarding would be like 87, 88, 89. So my whole thing was to try to imitate vert lip tricks on curbs and that kind of skating and touching your board, grabbing your board, and that kind of stuff. The spirit of that is still there, and you've got a great boneless.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, bro.
And I mean that.
Yeah.
And every time I see you try to do a boneless,
So
it's inspiring.
is that why Craig Questions was laughing at me when I did one and then kept asking me to do them all day long?
I really wish I got to hang out with that guy.
Yeah, why didn't you?
Yeah, that would have been an interesting combination.
Yeah.
He
think you
called
guys
you a
would've liked
bunch
each
looking
other.
Oh
for
my
that
gosh.
that hardcore dude.
Yeah. Well, like I said, yeah. There's some people, there's some folks maybe who need to, do their own thing,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. And also, yeah,
You guys don't say shout out, right? On this thing?
No,
No,
we
we
say
say
yell
yell
exit
exit.
now.
Say
Yeah.
what is it?
Yell exit.
Yell exit?
Yell exit.
Like yell and then exit.
Oh, okay. Yell exit. Craig Questions.
Nice, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
it's going to catch on.
Yeah, I think it just did.
Yeah?
Yell exit. Craig Questions.
All right, now he's saying
guy's
it again.
Heck yeah. Actually, also, just to plug Craig Questions' new video coming out, Blokes.
Oh,
It's going to
yeah.
be premiering, I think, within a month.
Yeah.
Really?
So that's
That's
exciting.
cool.
Who's going to be in that?
I really don't know besides Craig, but it looks like it's just going to be a wild ride, a delightful romp, a lot of hijinks.
I think I
Something
saw
that you don't see a lot in skate videos anymore.
I think I saw the trailer for that. There's a lot of guys in like 80s glasses and like
yeah,
very
yeah.
English.
I was actually
looking.
surprised that there was that they actually went to do a good production
Yeah.
for the trailer.
Yeah.
But you
I'm
gotta start taking things seriously and professionally, like this podcast here.
Yeah, I guess
yeah,
so.
yeah.
At some point, you got to grow up, Andy.
You got to grow up. You got to buy 2 mic stands, an extra mic.
I
Hey, it
love
takes money to make money.
This
all
is
right?
yeah. This is
I'm a material girl, and I'm living in a material
world.
world. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
One of my favorite movies of all time is The Falcon and the Snowman.
I haven't seen that.
What?
I'm sorry. I haven't seen that.
Oh my gosh.
Damn it, Tom.
Sean Penn?
I haven't seen it either.
Seriously?
Say you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Good movie, right?
Yeah, it's great.
Tell him I love the Falcon.
I love the Falcon.
You like the Snowman too?
Not as
Not
much.
so much.
Not so much.
Yeah.
But
People are going to listen to this podcast. They're going to be like, these guys haven't seen that movie, The Falcon and the Snowman? I thought you... And I listen.
I
listened
love
to,
film. I love film.
I know you do because I listened to the last podcast and you said you were a film buff.
Right. So
What
you
year
should
did,
know this.
What year
And
did
you're
that
a-
movie come
I'm a
out?
TV
And who
buff.
was
You're
it
a
directed
TV
by?
buff.
So you can't blame me. Unless they played it on reruns on some channel,
They
then
may
that's
have.
my bad.
USA.
See, I
I'm
thought
sure it
you
was
were
on
talking
USA or
about the
something.
Maltese Falcon
No.
the whole time. That's why I didn't see the Falcon and the Snowman. Was that?
No.
The Falcon and the Snowman. Oh, is that the one with Timothy Hutton?
I see you Googling it.
Oh,
No,
Timothy
no,
Speak.
no.
I see you doing that.
That is not what's happening.
And me, I'm just on Instagram. I have been the
Yeah.
entire.
Oh, come
podcast.
on.
Oh no.
No, I'm actually using my IMDb app.
I
which is
haven't done the
my
boneless yet.
most used app. You haven't done the boneless yet today?
Not today yet.
Oh, hell yeah.
No.
Well, maybe
No.
we can help you out with that
Yeah.
while we do the
Speaking
360
of
flip.
bonelesses, yeah, this is also something that I'm very proud of you of. Is the 300s committing to such a feat?
Oh, I'm flexing. No one can see me.
Dude,
I'm
I can see
flexing.
you, and
Yeah,
it's
I'm
actually really
flexing.
frightening. So if you could put those
Dude,
bad boys
seriously.
away.
Dude, the
Oh
vein
my
just
God,
popped.
dude.
Oh my god, there's
Yeah.
blood.
Not
that
There's
much-
fucking blood
What's
everywhere.
that guy?
Not that much room in
Get a
there.
tourniquet.
Wecking ball.
Dude, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
got
at
that,
him.
dude.
Don't DM him.
I'm
but
huge.
you-
But I'm huge, but you can at me.
Are you calling out
That's the
Wecking
difference
very
Ball?
between
nice
us.
of you.
Yeah.
Are you actually challenging Wecking Ball to a fist fight right now?
Oh man, no,
Is that what you're doing?
absolutely not.
Arm wrestling match?
Nope.
Why not?
Thumb war.
Double thumb war.
Mmm.
I'll go single thumb war with Wecking Ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, you hear that, Weck?
It's on.
You're done.
Yeah.
He probably can't even move his thumbs because his hands are so fucking jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you're going to get laughed out of town. Anyway, back to the 365
Yeah.
bonelesses.
Yeah.
How many days? What day is today?
Today is 295.
And what possessed you to do 295 bonelesses thus far?
Well, I have a few friends that have been affected by the cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So I had found out how easy it was to register for bone marrow donation by just getting your mouth swabbed. Like literally takes 5 minutes. You just walk in, they give you a little thing, and then you swab it, and you're on the registry. They send you the stuff in the mail, or to donate blood, or to donate donating platelets takes a lot longer. But
Right.
yeah. So I figured I just had the idea that I could do a boneless every single day for 1 year. And people would I got a hold of some different companies and they gave me stuff to raffle off and different stuff like that. Some different people said that they would donate blood, and people have donated blood and donated money, and it's really cool. And people seem to be really stoked about it. And I'm really stoked about it because it makes me skate every day. I mean,
I was going
skated.
to say, I just like seeing your boneless every day.
Yeah,
I mean that's the craziest part because obviously we went through winter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're doing it every day during the winter, which
Yeah.
isn't ideal. But I mean, just the fact that you're out skating every day, at least just doing,
Yeah.
and
just- yeah.
it's very rarely just one boneless. It's usually like clearly,
Yeah,
you're,
it's
like
a
having
couple-
a little sesh.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I try not to just, unless I'm feeling, and that's also the thing too. It kind of brought a little bit of levity and reality to the thing because it's sort of like even when I'm feeling bad,
Right.
I have to do it, and it's you could see. If
Yeah.
it's
No,
bad.
I wasn't. Yeah. I mean, there have been ones where it's like you can tell you're like not in
Yeah.
in a good state
Yeah.
necessarily.
Yeah.
Um,
Massachusetts.
Right. Yeah.
Just kidding.
You'll take that back.
Yeah. Just
But you still fucking do it, and that's like I mean, all I've said before, like you and Switchblade are like two of like the most inspiring skaters, like
Thank you.
for
That's
me
nice.
around, because like you get like because you guys are like old as shit.
Yeah.
And
Totally
Switchblade,
old.
and
Totally.
Switchblade still drinks like a fish.
Right, that's true.
That's
But
inspiring.
it's just like it's like the amount you guys have progressed over like just the time I've known you
Yeah.
is just like so fucking
Um,
awesome.
I thank you.
And
for
I
saying
don't
that.
mean that to sound condescending.
No.
or anything, but like,
No. It's awesome. I mean, it's mostly to impress my wife. Most of all,
Is it working?
it's working.
Hell yeah!
'Cause
That
it's-
is
That's
it's-
why,
fucking sick.
again, with the both covered in tattoos,
Yes.
that's why
Right.
Switchblade said he first got the tattoos
Absolutely.
was to try to
Impress
impress
my
chicks.
Yeah,
This
Yeah,
was
he
a
did-
different
did-
time.
he's
This
doing-
was a
he's
different
doing
time. So he was sent chicks.
365 days of bonelesses. But
Yeah.
let me tell you, baby, those nights,
Yeah.
they are not
They're-
boneless.
exactly. See, I love that. I love that. Hi, honey. That was Tom.
I'm sorry. Don't hit
and
me.
and it's cool too because I have two kids, and sometimes they film me
Mhm.
and they're with me, and we do little, it's fun.
Yeah,
It's
that's the other
it's
thing. Is
fun.
you're always with Yuli, and
Yep.
and I really like that remote control.
Oh, yeah,
dab
yeah.
bit you guys did the other
Good
day.
one.
That was
Yeah,
great.
it's
that was
fun.
cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun with the kids. It's fun with the kids.
It's fun with the kids.
Yeah,
It's for the kids.
it's for the kids.
Yeah.
I do it for the kids.
But mostly, just to reiterate, it's mostly to impress my wife.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So yeah, there's only like I started it on Halloween, so it's only a little bit left to go.
Yeah.
And people have been
almost
asking me like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when it's over?"
It's like I'm gonna quit, man. That's
I
it.
think so. Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
at the
totally
end.
quit. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Just blow up all social media.
Dude,
and
tray
just go,
flip every day for
yeah,
a year.
tray flip a day for a year.
Yeah.
I just got to land one. I just want to land one. Oh my gosh. When I do, because I know I'm going to, because I have the eye of the tiger.
You do.
When I do land that tray flip, it's one. I always celebrate by eating Indian food. And if I land a tray flip, I'm getting saag paneer.
Where you? Hell yeah, dude. Where are you getting saag paneer from?
I don't know, but I have Crohn's disease.
Yeah.
And I can't really eat a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so
But if
it's going to, like, fuck you up.
Right, but
Right.
it's
No
what? Guess
tiki
what?
masala?
Worth it. You
Worth
fucking
it.
earned it.
Earned it.
Earned it.
Tray flip.
I know I have a few friends with Crohn's. And
Yeah.
Same thing. They're
Boom.
sometimes, yeah. And it's like, dude, it makes sense. That's like my whole life. I'm just like, fuck it. I don't care. I'm at work. I'm just going to have a beer.
Party time.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, party time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Party.
Tray bomb,
Tray bomb.
we call it.
Oh, you call them tray bombs?
Tray bomb.
Balm.
Oh, tray ball. Oh, BALM.
Yeah.
Or a
Yeah.
tray bucket, or a tray ducket,
Yeah.
even sometimes. So,
Yeah.
it's a trick that goes by many names.
Nice.
It's actually Eric's favorite skateboard trick. I didn't know if you knew that.
Tray bomb.
Have you seen Eric's tray
I saw 'em.
flips?
Yeah, they're nice.
They're pretty nice.
I gotta say though,
They're
and I'm not just saying this to butter you guys up.
Go on.
You got the nicest tray flip.
You know, we already. Thank you.
I don't know how that.
We already
I don't know how
covered
that's
that.
going to butter
You
me
know?
up.
Well, no, no.
I mean, that's great
yeah,
for
yeah.
big, but I don't see how that butters
Yeah. Well, I
Tom up at all.
You told me that you landed two.
It's
and
true.
I haven't seen.
And they weren't great.
And but you know, as Tom knows, it's only one of my 5 tricks that I can do.
It's true.
So
It's a good one.
you got it's
a good one.
you got to pick certain tricks to
Mhm.
try to be good at, and
Yeah.
then just suck at everything else.
And
Yep.
That's it. Yeah.
I like it.
That's
I like it.
my key to success.
I like it.
So also, yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, you know what? Well, why don't we take a quick break real quick?
Perfect.
Yeah. We're going to go hear from one of our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
All right, we'll be right back after this.
Bye.
Yeah.
Admiring the truck. I'm admiring the truck.
Okay, because you heard Benton's story about the
Oh,
dog,
my
right?
gosh.
Jeez. Would you
You
please
know that-
not?
I was listening. I was like, man, because I love John. I've been skating with him a few times. And boy, he dropped that info, and I didn't know what was going on.
Well, he's
there.
from the dirty South.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was that dirty.
Sometimes, you
Chaw.
know,
dirty South. Chaw.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I go down there and I say, "Damn that Civil War."
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we should come back from the break.
I thought we were back.
We didn't even say we were back.
Ah, crap.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Hey.
I know, so take that and just
Splice it.
put it
All
before
right,
that
cool.
whole bit.
Everyone just laugh, and then we'll continue.
Ha.
Perfect. Just make a little mental note to edit that.
Yep.
All right. So, yeah. But, yeah, I'm glad you listened to the podcast, Andy. It's nice to meet a fan.
It's a great podcast. I love it.
Yeah.
This is the first podcast I've ever been on in my life.
You're pretty,
Really, this is the first one.
Green. I'm the greenest.
Dude,
Yeah, I'm the greenest. First podcast.
we get
ever.
greens, baby.
Yeah. You know.
yeah, how does it feel to be on the premier #1 skateboard podcast in all of the world right now?
It's pretty crazy. I was pretty jammed. I was pretty jazzed up this morning. I woke up at 6 a.m.
Hell yeah.
I had a cup of coffee.
Whoa.
Did my Bible study.
Yeah.
Was in prayer for about 25 minutes.
Nice.
And then just got my mind right for this podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I woke up early, too.
Yeah.
Got up at 9. Cracked a brew.
Nice.
Drank the brew.
Yep.
Had some espresso.
Uh-huh.
Drank another beer.
Uh-huh.
And, tried to set this stuff up so I could figure it out.
Nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw you with a fresh cup with that right there. Is that
Yep.
number 2?
This is number 2.
Nice.
Well, I had a hot coffee because I have to have hot coffee when I first wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had this
Right.
nice
I
little
usually
iced
can't
coffee.
have more than one cup of coffee in a day. Upsets my tum-tum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or if I drink tea before eating, I'll
Yep.
fucking puke.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know why. Probably because my stomach's empty. And
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
pouring
yeah.
all this acidic. I
Right.
don't know. Just
The
tea should
tea-
settle your stomach,
Yeah, because
right?
it's not as acidic as a bean, right? A leaf is not as acidic as a bean, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't eat enough.
Right. You're not a bigger guy. You're a slighter guy.
Yeah, I try to keep my figure
Girlish.
Are
slim.
you trying to flex on him right now?
No, I'm not trying to flex.
Are you trying to coin
got-
the term Weck Jr. right now?
No,
Look
I'm
at
just
these.
Whoa. Ah, that one hit me in the face when he flexed it.
The Patreon.
No,
the pectoral
muscles are too much.
So, I mean,
If
now
you,
do you think I'm
If you were
slender?
if you were considering doing the Patreon Fancy Lad thing,
Mhm.
now is the time to get on it because you just missed.
Yeah, that was some raw.
I mean, for those who already have the Patreon,
they know.
with the hidden cameras that have been set up.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah, they're hidden.
So after the Bible studies were good.
The Bible study was good this morning. Yeah, I do a daily Bible study. I do every day. I do a daily Bible study.
Did you do that at your house? Is that
I do. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yep, I do.
That makes sense. I just wasn't sure because some people called like.
Oh, like
you know,
going
I used to
a
go to
Bible
like
study?
CCD.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
some
yeah.
people called that Bible study.
Sure.
So I wasn't
Yep.
sure if it was.
That's a Catholic thing. No, I don't do that. I did
Right.
grow up in the Catholic Church though. But yeah, no, I do a Bible study, like a 365
Mhm.
Bible study. It's like a kind of a guided Bible study.
Yeah.
A little bit of out of different books that are.
And once again, I'm glad that you weren't offended by the Christmas boner posted on the wall
No.
on the board.
I'm not. You gotta get a. I'm not generally not offended by anything really.
I love the Christmas boner though. I thought
Because-
that was
Not
so
even
funny.
a boner on Christmas?
No.
I mean,
I'll tell you why.
what's more exciting than a bunch of presents?
Exactly. CE
Mm-hmm.
or the Led Zeppelin presents.
Is-
Yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
Nope.
No. I can't really get offended by too much stuff,
Mm.
and I think that's why the whole thing with being a Christian and being involved in church and stuff, it just that's why I would never wear a robe or anything like that. It's just automatically kind of separates you from people, and
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Labels
separated.
everyone others.
Yeah, and
Yeah, you
I
don't wanna
wanna-
alienate
no, I don't
yourself
wanna
or
be,
other
yeah,
people.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to be separated from anybody, and that's just the.
Yeah, I
just
was
the fact.
confirmed Episcopalian.
Yeah, right on. Church of England, bro, right on.
Yes.
Church of England.
Yeah,
There
I
you
totally
go.
knew that until
Episcopalian.
and shit like that.
My wife grew up in the Anglican church.
But Mike Lindquist was telling me because
Lutheran church.
I like to live by the "to your own self, thine own self be true."
Yeah,
I
like
want to
the
skate with Mike
Lindquist.
Lindquist. By the way,
Mike
What is it? Say it again.
Uncle Clown's Dolly
No,
Liquidator?
no, jeez.
Uncle Clown,
I
touch my
want
brown.
I want to throw a
Yell exit.
Yell exit, Mike Lindquist.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Linky.
Love that guy, Mike.
Yeah.
You're in our hearts. You're in our prayers, wherever you are.
He's probably
But
At his house.
he tells me that ethos is so much closer to the Satanic Bible. He taught me that.
Oh.
So that's why
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
Anton
Just
LaVey's Satanic Bible.
it just made me realize that I should stop trying to think about anything
Yeah.
because the more
Present.
ignorant you are, the more blissful you'll be.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
You'll
Yeah.
just get
Yeah.
confused.
Ignorance is
It
bliss.
is bliss.
The Matrix.
Yeah. I've never seen that.
You never seen The
I'm
Matrix?
just
Oh
kidding.
my
I just
God.
want to make it.
Have you heard of it?
Falcon
I was
the
about to
Snowman.
and for all you Patreon viewers, I was ready to kick Andy's ass. What the
Yeah,
fuck did you
I've
just
seen
say?
it. I've seen it.
All right, cool. I was going to say you've had fucking 20 years, bro.
Yeah. Jeez.
Don't make me come over.
Yeah. Man.
I'm sorry.
It's a good film.
You guys were talking about how Tom Penny was your one of your favorite skaters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's your top
100%.
5 favorite skaters?
Oh,
Go.
yes.
Top five,
Podcast.
top five.
Now this is what
We're on the top
talking
5
about.
segment of the podcast right now.
Oh, this is so sick.
And here's the little top 5 jingle we made.
Let me
Top 5.
Jingle, jingle.
Top 5.
Jingle, jingle.
talking about top 5.
Top 5 subjects. Subject matter is going to change.
Ladies and gentlemen,
5.
Cool. All right. And here we are in the top 5.
well, I've made it very clear over the years that I'll just go number 1 because it's so glaringly obvious that Neil Blender is my all-time favorite skateboarder.
Yeah, I was going to guess that.
And that includes his skateboarding in the 80s and his skateboarding has transitioned into what it is now. Skating, smaller roller skate trucked polarizer type of skateboards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Neil Blender would be number one.
Number one.
Yep.
Neil Blender.
Neil
And,
Blender.
I actually don't know much about Neil Blender aside from, his drawings and that one contest run where he graffitied the wall, which I guess it also includes the drawings. Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
So,
Yeah. Well,
I actually am not too familiar with his skating. I don't even know what videos to watch. I guess I could just YouTube Neil Blender, and I probably should have, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, he's like I think, well, which brings me to my number 2 favorite skate. Number two. Number two. What? Talking about 2. What? It's after 2.
two.
Number 2. Mark Gonzalez.
Nice.
Oh, well.
Of course.
Good number 2.
Come on.
Mark Gonzalez, I believe, referred to Neil Blender as like a Japanese grandfather. You know what I mean? Like a stoic, kind of having the magic and the knowledge, kind of that
kind of like a Yoda figure.
Sort of, yeah. I guess that's what he meant by it, but that's that kind of thing.
Graffiti during Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Do you like Star Wars?
Yeah, I do.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, Star Wars.
Because
Yeah, I'm not a big Trekkie.
Because I always like.
Rom is a big Trekkie.
Nice.
Big
Hell yeah,
Trekkie.
we should
Yeah.
get him and John to
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
Because I always thought that it's like, Fancy Lads kind of like the Rebel forces in Star Wars.
Okay.
Where they're the like, you got like the mainstream with
Yep.
like the stormtroopers that all have the uniformity, and then you got like the uprise of like the Rebel forces
Yeah.
who are the bad guys, but they're actually the good guys.
Why are you going to make it like that? Why don't you just do what you're doing? Why do you have to align yourself with some I don't understand.
It's just an interesting take on
yeah.
the good and evil perspective.
Yeah. I always thought Fancy Lad was more like the TREbbles from Star Trek,
I
where
always,
we just keep multiplying and multiplying. We were so cute and cuddly, people don't want to get rid of us, and we keep
I always thought
multiplying
that
so
Fancy
we
Lad
take
was
over.
like the Doozers in Fraggle Rock,
Mm.
like where you would make these buildings, and then the Fraggles would eat the buildings,
Mhm.
and you guys would be like sort of bummed out, but that's the ecosystem of what's happening in Fraggle Rock.
Right.
So that's just what's going on. We'll continue to do what we're doing. The Fraggles are going to eat our buildings. We're going to react, and that's how I would think about it. The Star Wars thing. I don't know. I'm going to have to revisit that.
Mm.
We're kind of like the Oompa Loompas in Willy Wonka.
Number 3 favorite skater. Number 3. Number 3. So it's easy. Top 2. Neil Blender number 1. Mark Gonzalez number 2.
Yeah, we covered those in the number 1 and number 2 segments. If you didn't hear that, just
Yeah.
skip back a few seconds. You'll hear it.
Yeah. I would have to say number 3 is probably going to be. Man, it's so hard because it's like a C.
Right.
It's like a C.
Well,
Like,
no,
yeah, but
no,
it's
no,
top
but it's
three.
top 5.
Yeah, top
you
5.
know,
Yeah, but the real
yeah.
tight
And
top.
this
they're
is
all
good.
in the
Okay,
A's.
yeah,
right?
yeah,
They're
yeah.
all in the 90 percentile.
Sure.
You know,
Natus
there we go.
at number 3.
Well, Gons and Natas,
Yeah.
they go hand in hand.
Well,
It's like your left and your right hand.
I
Here.
guess so. Well, I mean, they're pretty distinct, different styles
for
of
sure.
skateboarding.
But just even
You
the
mean
fact that they're both
historically?
hitting the rails at the exact same time for the
Yeah.
exact, the history of skateboarding.
Right,
that
right, right, right.
alone.
Yeah.
And you know what? Yeah, I don't even put Mark Gonzalez on my top 5 list because he actually transcends above that top 5 list.
Yeah,
I
it's like
see-
the Beatles.
I see that. I can see that for sure.
Tom has a Beatles poster that he's pointing to if you pay for a Patreon.
Yeah.
You'll see that right now.
Oh man, Ringo.
Mm.
Love Ringo.
It's awesome.
Love Ringo.
Dude, you and Nancy should talk.
Yeah,
Definitely.
love Ringo.
Yeah.
And then number 4. My number 4 favorite skater, Matt Tomasello.
For you
No,
are
real.
you are shitting me.
Nope.
right
You're not
now.
pandering right
No,
now.
nope,
are you?
not
You-
pandering
are you
at all.
Are you
Nope.
shitting
I
in my
love-
breadbasket right now?
I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you why right now.
I swear
and
to God, if you're pandering.
I'm not pandering,
Okay.
and
That's
I'll tell
good.
you why right now. I have to be truthful.
Okay.
Number 1, he's a super nice dude.
Yeah.
He's very nice to me. Number
He's
one,
also full
number
of
two,
shit, but go on.
Yeah. I think he I watch him skateboarding and it stokes me out. It really does.
Mm.
It really
It's very
stokes me out.
stokeable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to stoke one out to Matt when I watch him, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
was
stoked
that
one
number
out
4?
this morning before you guys got
yeah,
here.
nice.
Yeah.
I could, be
That was number
probably that was number 4. It'd probably be easier for me to go generationally, but I would have to say number 5, and probably would be up is Anthony Van Engelen because he's
Interesting.
way up there in
He's
my.
got a raw style.
I mean, he's
Sick.
just and I'm a big, I'm a big
fast.
workshop guy, big fan of the workshop.
So you got 3 pros from the 80s. You jump right to 2019 pro on the cutting edge avant-garde Matt Tomasello,
yeah,
who happens to be local.
Yep.
And then AVE.
Yep.
Interesting.
And that's legit. I'm not saying I didn't put Matt in there just as a little token entry.
Yeah.
And
But
I
do you
really
think
didn't.
it's? But do you think it's skewed because you?
No, I
get to witness him in
Nope.
person.
I think if I even was outside the realm, I would look at Matt and I'd be like legit, enamored. And I am enamored, and that's fine. I'm a kook. I can fan out whenever I want. It's my right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to Benton about Jason Adams.
Yeah, I totally.
Yeah, and also like, dude,
Oh
Jason,
man, if
you
I
weren't bummed on that, right?
oh man, if I was
Sorry
if
for
y'all,
letting you deal with this. I know it's torture for you, Jason.
I know it's hard to listen to people
You know,
say nice things
if
about
you had
you,
Jason
sir.
Adams on the phone when I was here,
Right.
it would have been a
lot
lot
longer.
Oh, a lot longer and
Mhm.
a lot more like it'd be a lot of fanning out.
Yeah.
The kid, man, I would have been like,
That's what I kept
Yeah,
saying
the
to him
kid.
after. I was like, dude, it's the
it's
kid.
the kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do you think that really bummed him out? He was like probably just finished making coffee, and he's like, "Oh, that's nice. I
Yeah.
talked to these guys for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Got some real nice compliments.
Right. And
now
he
I'm
was
gonna
out.
drink my coffee."
It was funny, John, going through his phone, pro skaters. in
Yeah.
his phone.
How many pro skiers have you met?
Me in my life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I
I always
mean,
feel like you have a story about Mike V or Christian Asoy
Yeah.
or
Yeah, what's going on with Mike V?
Well, I got a board from Street Plant.
Hell yeah.
So you're
I skated
sponsored.
it.
Oh, so
No.
you're going to go pro for Street Plant.
No,
Wait, which street plant graphic?
the Christian's VTAC board.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah, and it's awesome. The This is gonna sound so nerdy and geeky, but the wheelbase
Well, it's
is
fine.
kind
I'll
of
kick your ass if it does.
Fucking
Just
nerd.
keep
The
going on.
wheelbase is a little small for me.
Oh my god.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I'm taking off my shirt.
Tom,
Yeah, what's up, bro?
I don't want your muscles hitting me in the face anymore when you
Sorry.
flex.
I'm sorry.
Oh
I
my
keep
gosh.
having to lie to my doctor when they ask me what happened. I say I fell down some stairs.
Oh my gosh.
When I try to lift lighter weights, they just fly through the
Oh
ceiling.
man. Well, I saw when I was a little kid, I saw a vert demo in Bristol, Connecticut, and it was Ken Fillion, who skated for GNS at the time, and Eric Nash. And that was cool because Eric Nash was like one of my favorite skaters back then. So
Inventor of Nash skateboards, yeah.
no, totally different guy.
Oh.
But I did have a Nash executioner too.
Wait, are you talking about the wrestler?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Eric Nash. Nicknamed the Dark Horse.
Oh, George Harrison.
Mm.
No, Eric Nash.
Oh.
Do you guys? Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, please do.
Do you
I've been
guys
waiting
get
for
it-
you
Do you
to
guys?
ask me a question.
Do you guys get into that like whole Grasso kind of sentimentality, that kind of like history, that kind of history of skateboarding
like
stuff?
romanticizing
Yeah,
the like
I mean,
sort of
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think that's cool.
the
and
love letters to skateboarding
yeah,
you're referring to?
that kind of stuff. Yeah. Hey, by
I'm
the
not
way,
that familiar with the series, honestly, but I think I know
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Are you talking about specifically the series? Because I've never
Have
checked
you
out
not-
the
oh,
series.
you've never
No,
watched it?
I thought
Oh,
you
yeah.
meant just the idea of romanticizing previous times.
Well,
Especially, I mean, with
I just-
anything that happens,
Yeah.
but I mean, especially with skating.
right.
I mean, I think it just is acknowledging actually skateboarding being a magical thing,
Yeah, for sure.
even though it also is the stupidest thing I can think of.
Yes.
So simultaneously, that
Yep.
sort of I don't know what you want to call it, juxtaposition,
Yep.
cognitive dissonance,
For sure.
whatever you want to say.
I get it.
It's Yeah, I got two sides
Right.
pulling
Yeah.
apart each other.
Yeah. Well, it's like that. I'm gonna sound nerdy again, but like,
Dude, I swear to God.
and Tom,
Oh my God, Tom,
put your shirt back
can
on.
you
dude.
put my
your
hand
sh-
into a fist right now? Because I'm trying to get ready.
Can you put your shirt back on?
Thanks.
go.
Thank
I
you.
think one of the beauties of skateboarding is that the sects or denominations
Oh.
of
I don't-
and in skateboarding are you can't even
Plenty.
classify anything because it's so. And
Yeah.
it is what it is. People are who they are, and
It can be whatever
it could be whatever you want. it
you
to be.
are. Yeah.
Always, and that's the coolest
It could be the
thing.
jockiest shit in the world.
Ever, and it's cool. Like whatever.
And it could be the most creative punk shit too.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Or it could be something else.
Except for when kids make fun of me at the skate park, and that really
oh,
hurts my
who's making
feelings.
fun of you?
I don't want to really. I
What are
don't
their
want to really
names?
talk.
What are their
about it. Can you
names?
cut this out?
I'll
of
talk
the-
to their dads.
dude, I'll fucking kick their ass.
I am their dad.
Oh, it's Ulysses.
Yeah, a little punk.
Yeah, he makes fun of me a lot.
Yeah.
Kid's got a real tooth.
Yeah, he does. He does. But we got to let him grow out of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for
you know,
sure.
we got to let him grow out of it.
It's true.
He'll come to. He'll come back around.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Tom, speaking of, Andy is taking Ulysses out RC carring. So I'm thinking if we get a little tiny beach ball,
Mm-hmm.
we might be able to get a couple RC cars,
dude.
set up some nets, and play some
Oh.
real
Real
life Rocket League.
Hell yeah. That would be fun.
Totally into it.
That would be
Oh,
sick.
yeah.
Do you know what that
absolutely.
is?
I don't, but it's from what you just described. It
It's
sounds
car
like a lot of
soccer.
fun.
It's car soccer.
Done. I'm
Yeah.
into it.
Awesome.
Whoa.
Is that a real thing?
It's a video game.
Oh! I thought you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we should play it in real life.
But,
is
and
what
I've
we're saying.
seen it
IRL?
created with real cars.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it on a miniature level with RC
cars.
And a beach ball. That'd be great.
We could play it at the park because there'd be the obstacles and everything.
That's true.
That would be fun.
That
Yo,
would be fun. Get some air because
Boom.
otherwise we're not going to be able to jump and boost. But,
Yeah.
driving.
Also, apparently they're going to rebuild the park in October.
That's what I.
The DCR.
That's what
yeah,
Eric was
that's
telling me
right.
too. Yeah.
But the JP park. So if you want to skate the sacred ground
Yeah.
of the DIY that's there now,
Get on it.
you might want to do it quick,
Yeah.
That's
That's
on that.
you
for
know
sure.
that's where they're going to
We're
put the
gonna do
Fancy
that.
Lad plaque and the sculpture there.
They
I hope
really
they do.
should
I
put
hope that they
something.
do.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't put I hope it isn't
I hope
too
they don't write-
fucking whatever you put hot
wheels of
on
steel. Yeah, fucking.
You know,
You
I've
should
seen-
probably
Brian left
contact them before.
I've seen the bust
Man,
of
they're
Clancy
putting up a
that
sign
they did.
tomorrow, so they probably already made it.
Well, you should hit them up.
I'm gonna email her today.
Yeah.
I've seen the bust they did of Clancy.
Yeah, you
and
saw that?
it's we. I
They
think
gave you
I
a
don't,
preview because
I
I
don't
tried to
think it
ask and they
looks-
wouldn't let me see it,
I don't think it looks much like him.
except for the butt.
It's weird that they just did his from shoulders up and then just stuck his butt on the
Yeah,
back of the
Because
bust.
a bust implies that
Mhm.
it's just from the shoulders up.
Right, but they put a butt on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got a nice look. He's a nice.
It's got a tight little rump.
it kind of the butt, the shoulders, the
big.
butt right from the shoulders kind of makes it look a little bit like a penis. I hate to
Yeah.
say it. I hate to take that sort of crass tone on this podcast
Art.
because
art. It's
you know,
art.
like I said before, this is a family podcast.
Right, but
Yeah.
the bust of Clancy that they made does look like a penis.
Let me tell you something. By listening to that last podcast that y'all did,
Mm-hmm.
this is not a family podcast, bro.
Are you
Well, that was
shitting
just
me right
Ben.
now?
You need to
That
tell
was
you,
just Benton.
honestly, that thing, man, I was like volume down on this.
Okay, you
thing.
know what? I would
Okay.
How do you think
appreciate it
we
if you
felt?
stopped bringing it
How
up.
do you think we
down.
felt?
Okay.
We were in real time with that.
All I'm trying to do
Oh,
is
you were
bring
doing
some
the live
hard-hitting
podcasting.
journalism to skateboarding, and you keep
well,
bringing
mission-
up this unfortunate incident of
mission
somebody having
accomplished.
Smut.
sexual relations.
I gotta
with
talk
a
to
dog.
John. I gotta talk to John about that
No,
because he probably has PTSD from that.
He needs. Well, he said he thinks about every time he does an impossible.
oh,
Yeah.
nah, yeah. Don't do impossibles.
That's what I'm saying.
He says he really thinks about it when he's eating those new Impossible burgers.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking about that too. I think they're filled with chemicals, right? For like Monsanto. I wanted to tell you
They
guys.
gotta.
That's what I wanted to
Absolutely.
tell you. Have you had one?
No.
Have you had one?
No,
I think. I'm not too sure. They were.
don't have one, or it'll shut down my third eye, and I'll be brainwashed.
I think.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Just like yeah. Don't use fluoride and don't eat an Impossible burger.
What if I'm already using fluoride?
And what if I already invested? I have 100 cans of Monsanto corn at my house.
And I invest all my money in Monsanto.
You're in trouble.
Fuck. Damn it.
But
And Instagram's gonna incriminate me.
oh yeah, that's today, right?
That's today.
Yeah,
It's all
everyone
over
gets
today.
arrested today.
Everyone gets arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh.
I'm talking free room and board, bro.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've done some work in prisons, just to put that out there. So if you need any counseling or prayer support while you're in prison,
Oh, you
I'm
could
your
come
guy.
hang out.
I'm
I
thinking
can-
some preparation, like that one movie, The New Guy. Oh wait, no,
No,
he
that's
just
at a high
goes to
school.
prison. No, he goes to prison, and that preps him for
For
high
high
school.
school,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
kind of the opposite.
Yeah, it is the opposite.
I've never seen that movie.
All right, we're gonna have to do this tray flip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
let's
don't we
do it.
take a break and go take we're going to take a little tray flip break.
Yeah,
All right.
so we're gonna take a little tray flip break right now. A little skate break.
It's going to be
as I like to
seconds
call
for
it.
you. Who knows how long it'll be for us.
Woo!
Probably not that long. You got it.
Dear Lord,
What?
I really, really pray that I can do this tray flip. And yeah, I mean, I feel like I can do it, but I really need, I really need you right now. I really need you right now, Lord.
Lord help us.
Lord help us.
I think he'll be there.
Nice.
All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Running a business is hard, and keeping your employees in line can sometimes seem like an impossible task. That's why here at Monsanto, we introduced a whole new line of tasty treats for you to bring into your office break room. From extra buttery popping corn to delicious hazelnut coffee creamer, your employees are going to love all the flavors, and you're going to love that each one is pumped filled with chemicals and pesticides that are sure to close those pesky third eyes for good. That's right. Say goodbye to your creativity, Jared, in accounting, you fucking numbskull. You really thought that was hazelnut creamer. Oh, you are such a joker. I always knew you were a loser.
Yeah.
And we're back from that commercial break, and as good as that commercial was, I can't even believe I'm saying this, because before we went out there, I didn't know what was going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and the people listening right now might not even believe it when I say it, but
Believe it.
congratulations on your first ever tray flip,
Thank you so much, man.
Andrew Allen,
Thank you so
Hell
much.
yeah.
and
So it's
we
like-
have the footage to prove it,
It's
Yeah.
true.
and
Multiple
the date
angles.
on the iPhone.
And I'll tell you what, I put together that board this morning,
Mhm.
and it said boner on it. I had a pentagram on it.
Mhm.
I did, I did the, and your advice with where the follow through and where your foot should end up, and I'm just totally elated, man. Seriously, I'm totally walking on the moon. I don't even think like right after for a little while I couldn't even step on my board because I'm just like totally walking on air, legit.
I mean, as you should be. And
Legit.
I think we should point out to the listeners that we were only out there for maybe 20 minutes, but you landed the tray flip within 10, I would say.
Well, like I said, I think I had the juice to do it, and it's one of those things like if you try a trick and you haven't landed it, oh my gosh, there's my back.
Uh-oh. I
If
got that
we,
foam roller.
No, it's okay. If you haven't landed it within, it's like you kind of know. You're like, all right, if I don't land it in this many tries, I think I can land it, but it's going to be like an uphill
Mhm.
battle. So I just, yeah.
Yeah.
And seeing you doing it, obviously doing it with you guys too is, oh man.
Yeah, I was glad
Unbelievable.
I could help.
Yeah, Big Zo's got him down, obviously.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful tray flip and Tom Tweak.
I did. True.
You landed two like totally bolts roll away
Oh, yeah.
tray flips that were awesome.
That's a crack to
I
crack
think-
to that.
Yes.
I think it's part of Tom being able to eavesdrop on my trick tips to you.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why Tom didn't come to me sooner.
You know what I want to say is I've gotten so much like what is it? Advice from you
Insight?
and John and Mark over the years, and Legs over tray flips.
Mhm.
And I've never been able to put the pieces together. But it was Andy that you said
Yep.
to
The follow
have
through.
the follow through to where to keep your foot, have it end up.
Yep.
And I was like, No one ever said that to me.
96% scoop.
I guess I missed that one crucial detail.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's, it's difficult because I was doing so many other things wrong at the same time. It's hard to be like, pick out that one thing as well, with my shoulders and everything.
Yeah.
But like John was saying, it's 80% scoop.
Yeah, for sure.
At least.
Man, it feels so good landing on the board when you do a tray flip. It's like the greatest feeling in the world.
You were in disbelief.
Yeah, you'll see the excitement in the video, which we'll post when this comes out.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Yeah, I can't. I seriously, I'm walking on the moon. Indian food.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
totally,
Yes, we talked about it. You're
Treat
fucking
food.
getting
Yourself,
man.
Treat yourself.
Indian food.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. Absolutely, man.
You've earned it. If anyone's earned saag paneer,
You'll have to
pumped,
send me a
man.
picture of those sweet, sweet cheese blocks.
I will.
Oh my God.
I will, and yeah.
before and after.
Yes, exactly.
You don't want to think about the after right now.
No, it's okay.
So what is the secret to your fountain of youth, Andy? Is it the Elvis Costello glasses?
Yeah,
what is it? What do I need to do?
Yeah, what does it take to be a 46-year-old guy landing his first tray flip in fucking sweltering humidity? I might add. We're all fucking
drenched in sweat.
We're out
right
there
now.
for 20 minutes. It's
I'll
not
tell
even
you
that
what.
hot out, just humid.
Really good probiotics, turmeric, a yoga practice, a back roller.
Yoga?
Yep.
I really don't want to do yoga.
No.
Come on, man.
I'm not.
You have
Okay,
anything else?
what do you want me to call? I'll call it something else. What do you want me to call it?
Stupid
Core
stretching.
exercises?
Core, whatever.
I call it.
exercise.
When I do it, I call it stupid yoga because I
Stupid
feel like
yoga.
I look stupid when I do it.
Well,
And not to say that people that do yoga
Yeah,
look
yeah.
stupid. I feel like I'm not doing anything correctly, so I'm stupid.
Yeah,
well,
it's,
it's
also
I
it's
think
kind of
it's
like
you're moving,
just
you
the
know?
type of person I am, like Matt Tomasello. When I mentioned maybe trying to better myself and go for a run, he said,
Yeah.
if you went for a run, I would laugh my fucking ass.
That's a terrible thing to say.
It would be hilarious.
That's not helpful to you at
know.
all. That's not helpful to you at all.
But it is kind of funny. Like
Well-
I was looking at it from his perspective, and I was like, yeah, I would probably laugh too.
What we were had talked about before about the arc and about the pendulum, right, of health and people going down the tubes and people bringing themselves back. And like I said, the higher you climb up on the pendulum there, the clearer things become, and you're not a victim of being on
You're
that.
not being swung as
Yeah.
far of a distance.
Yeah, you don't have
get
to go-
closer
yeah.
to the point.
You don't have to go straight down the tubes, so you have to bring yourself all the way back up to a certain point. You just have like a balance or a
Happy medium.
happy medium, or just a good balance.
Yeah, legs at happy medium. Skateboards.
Yeah.
Jamada, baby.
Yeah.
I'm doing his froggy dance right now. You can't see it. For all
Josh
the
Hawkins,
Patreon
Jeff
viewers.
Stevens, shot yell exit.
PJ Vlad.
He's from Arizona, but is he in those videos?
I think he's friends with those dudes.
Well, yeah,
I thought he
small state, Arizona.
Right. I thought yell exit PJ Vlad. I thought he helped produce them. Anyways, enough about that other skate crew.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's funny because we're doing the podcast and we literally just came right back from the tray flip stuff, and I can't wait to tell my wife because she dropped me off, down at the house.
And she knew about the proposition?
Oh no, she knew. I mean, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing, and I was really like,
I don't know about you, but
amped
I've been
up.
thinking about it since
I have.
we mentioned
Oh no,
it at
absolutely.
the park. I was
Absolutely.
like banking on it. I was like,
That's
this
why
is what we gotta do.
I showed up an hour early at your house, and I'm antsy about the thing, and I was really dead set on the thing. If I did not pull that tray flip, it would have been not cool.
Well, I know, seeing you try one, I know that if you didn't do it today, you
Yeah.
were going to do it the next day that you
Well,
skated.
Yeah,
So-
because I mean, you were trying them a week ago when we saw you, and it was like, even like I think you maybe even only tried like maybe less than 10 of them, maybe like 7.
Yeah, like
And,
6 or 7.
It was evident like, oh, he's got the idea. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. It's the thing like with flip tricks. I think I'm a little older, but I never understood that. Like, I think skating and people who are against flippers or flip in, flip out, and all that stuff don't. The feeling of landing, like catching a flip trick,
Yeah.
is kind of paramount to maybe I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's very an organic feeling. Catching a flip trick or landing on a flip trick right.
Right.
bolts or
Yeah. Well, I
something.
mean, it's the thing of having the board completely leave your feet.
Yeah.
And then meet back
Yeah.
up with it, and you feel it there.
Yeah.
It, when sometimes it doesn't always work out, but when you catch something perfectly and you feel it there, you're just like, ooh, this is going to be a good one.
Oh, I would say I mean, I know that you guys had discussed it on another podcast, but man, obviously watching Tom Penny do any flip trick and just watching it go.
Yeah,
Floating those Switch frontside flips
so
over those skate park
ridiculous.
tips.
Ridiculous.
Do you think Penny's up there with with the people that and I really think this is the thing, people that they see the tricks move slower, or their brain processes it
well,
faster.
I think he literally sees the tricks move slower.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Because
and they're all wavy
Because he's so fried.
I wasn't gonna say but he's a
I'm on the magic mushroom.
he transcends generational skateboarding.
Yeah.
Tom Penny, absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to from across the ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, for the most part, he's doing
Undeniable.
pretty basic tricks
Yeah.
and just making them look so perfect
Yeah.
and effortless and
Yeah.
just
Beautiful.
yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
And then occasionally he'll do something that's just yo, what the fuck?
Beautiful
That's
skateboarder.
fucked up.
Yeah, I heard Steven Spielberg's new movie was actually going to be called To Catch a Kickflip.
Yeah.
It's a
Fuck yeah.
sequel
To
to Catch a Thief.
oh.
Wait, is that him? No, I'm not even thinking the right movie.
I don't know, you might be. Just keep going with it.
What was the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Catch Me If You Can.
Ah, fuck. Was that even? Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't
Leonardo and Tom Hanks.
even- Yeah,
I've never
Fucking-
seen that
that's the
movie.
movie I was thinking of.
I haven't seen it, but I love
I've never
those
seen
too.
it.
Yeah.
Love those boys.
Ah, it's good.
What's eating Gilbert Grape? Now you're talking.
Now we're talking Leo on the podcast.
That's
Yeah,
a great
we're talking Leo over here. Growing pains.
You like What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Yeah. I can't stop sweating, by the way. I am so
I'm sorry, I turned the AC on for 3 minutes before we came back.
That's
I
no
should have had it
problem.
on the whole time.
No
I'm
problem,
an idiot.
no
Yeah.
problem.
It's fine.
Tom.
You can call me an idiot.
No problem, Tom.
Or you don't have to say it out loud, but I can tell by the way you're looking at me that you
Would
think
you-
I'm a fucking idiot.
Would you be uncomfortable if I just got down to the box of briefs?
It didn't help that you called him an idiot to me before.
I
the
did not
podcast
call
started.
him an idiot. I would never. I didn't do that.
And I know you did. We'll address this after off air.
Also,
And
you-
also please do get down to your boxers.
And I was
because
going to
that
say,
would make me more
also, it's
comfortable.
weird that you asked me that same question before we were sweaty, too, if you
Oh.
wanted to get down to your boxer briefs.
What are you gonna
which-
do? I am very proud of all my tattoos.
Yeah,
I would
you
say
know what?
90% covered, and I would say 95% covered in tattoos.
You know, I'm going to say feel free because we already had that magical moment of the first ever tray flip from a 46-year-old man on the here on the Fancy Lad podcast.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
also, I actually, that reminds me
Yeah.
of talking about you getting naked right here in front of us right now, which is
Ew.
happening if all you Patreon viewers can see the
Pony up to the Patreon.
I'll add some sexy music in the background later. But I was thinking about this earlier when I was in the shower. I was just cleaning myself. That's it. Just cleaning myself. But I was thinking, I was looking at my tan lines.
Were you
Yep.
naked?
Now you can tell. Yeah, of course I was naked.
Sick tan lines.
I mean, besides I had one tube sock on.
right?
But I was like, wow, I'm pretty tan
Yep.
here. Which
Uh-huh.
I mean, not really. I'm still very pale.
Yeah.
But compared to the rest of my body,
Farmer's tan.
right.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not the kind of guy that takes his shirt off when he's out skating ever.
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
like 90% of the time I'm outside. You know,
Yes.
people are always like, oh, did you get sun? Where did you go somewhere? It's like
Yeah.
I was just outside all day yesterday. But then I was thinking about people who take off their shirts
Yeah.
when skating, and you're one of them.
Is that? Are you? What are you
And
saying?
no, I'm not saying it's a
Oh,
negative
okay,
thing
Okay,
at all.
because it's a.
Because for me, I'm like I like to have the extra layer for when
Yeah.
I inevitably fall.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But also, it's just like something I don't even think of, and then by the time I do, I'm like, well, I'm so fucking pale, I'll just burn.
Okay, I can't skate in shorts. Or it's very, very hard for me to skate in shorts. I don't know why.
I never wore shorts until probably maybe junior year of college.
Okay.
Maybe post college. So
Uh-huh.
I would only wear jeans or like just pants.
Same.
All through the summer, my dad would criticize
Yeah.
me. Oh, you fucking loser! What, you're wearing pants in the middle of July?
wearing knickers in the middle
And that actually is exactly what his dad sounds
Really?
like.
You dirty little tramp! You wearing knickers in
Wow.
the middle of July?
Gosh.
Oh, get over here! I'm gonna spank you. And I'd be like, Daddy, no.
Is your father a goblin of some sort?
No, he's just from
Have you met
England.
No, I've never.
Yeah, it's from Yorkshire, so that's what they all sound like.
Yeah, I'm a take your shirt off guy, but I I guess because it's hot.
So you'd say you have a tendency of losing your shirt?
Well, when it's hot. I mean, I certainly wouldn't. Nice. Real nice.
It's been.
Dude. Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
I went to go do it and I choked on like
Real nice.
You could say what it is. You can say what you choked on.
beer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For all you Patreon viewers, you know what it really was.
Wow. Yeah, I take my shirt off, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. That's just something I admire.
Well,
The confidence.
I've been, I do 100 push-ups a day.
Mhm.
And I try to, the Crohn's disease keeps me a little more svelte,
Yeah.
than maybe, I go up and down. So, but yeah, I take the old shirt off sometimes. I'm tatted up, bro.
Yeah.
It's good
That's
you're
true.
You know what I'm saying? I'm tatted up.
You are tatted up. Head to
And
toe.
I'll tell you, that's another thing too. Like the people that I've been tattooed by are so special to me. Like like Chad, and not to leave out anybody that's ever that's tattooed me, but like these people who are amazing artists and visionaries who've tattooed me.
You don't want to keep that locked up.
No,
You want to share it.
absolutely
Dude,
not.
I'll give you a tattoo if you want me to give you a tattoo.
I think. Well,
Actually,
anyways,
this brings me to a question. Can you tattoo?
I
Can you
have
give me a
tattooed.
tattoo?
I've tattooed some people.
Can you give me a
But-
fancy lad tattoo?
I would like to. Here's the thing. I can.
Yeah, everyone who visits says, "Hey,
I know,
can I get
I
a
know.
fancy lad tattoo?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
Andy could
So
totally
here's-
give you a fancy lad tattoo."
so
and
here's
you're
the-
like, "Yeah, but I can't."
Here's the thing.
But I
It's
can.
there's a
but I can't.
Well, here, one of my best friends is Ram, a guy who owns the tattoo shop.
Great skater.
Great skater. I mean, yeah,
Phenomenal.
I mean, undeniably great skater, and undeniably champion heckler. If you're gonna go, it's a whole other podcast. He's thinking about starting a podcast like around heckling, like just around heckling. Anyways.
I don't think I've actually heard him heckle.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's a master.
Also,
he's masterful.
If you want to tell him, there's already one podcast in JP, so he can.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's only one podcast in JP.
Yeah, and there's not room for two.
There's
So
not
if he
room for
wants to-
two. Yeah.
Then
So-
he could just.
Sorry, Ron. But
But also, hey Ron, what's up? You're sick. It's definitely not listening. Yeah.
Wait, so what was I talking about?
It's giving me a tattoo.
So one thing that has been happening to me lately is I have been having, and it's been happening to me for a while, but I have these little seizures, these little petite mal seizures, and I have what's called a tardive dyskinesia, and I have like a little shake that happens, tremor that happens in my face and in my hand. So I have tattooed a few people in my life. I tattooed Fred Smith.
Yeah.
I tattooed Skate and Destroy on him. I tattooed my friend Ellen. I tattooed my friend Esben, another great tattooer and great dude. So I think it's more the people that know me and know, like, I don't want to come across like tattooing is so like it's like kind of like
It's a special thing.
yeah, it's
It's
kind of like
yeah,
skateboarding.
It's pretty intimate.
Yeah, and it's like a magical thing. So I don't want to just be going around and saying like, "Oh yeah, I could do a tattoo," because it's not like
Right.
that. You know what I mean? It's like a
No, for
Yeah,
sure. But
yeah.
that's why I was like,
Yes.
a fancy lad tattoo.
Yes.
It'd be sick to get it from Andy.
absolutely, and I
because,
would love
like,
to do
he's my
that.
boy,
I would love to do it,
and like,
Yeah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I mean.
for sure. Absolutely,
I wouldn't want to
Yeah,
go to
'cause we-
someone that's like,
Exactly, because we consider you part of the crew.
yeah,
Oh,
you
man.
are part. Well, you are part of the crew.
Honestly?
And if you don't know that, then you're
Man,
fucking-
well,
Then
that,
you're fucked in the head.
you're
yeah,
fucked
man.
in the head, bro.
Well, today is like, geez, I'm getting real emotional, man, because today is a
Let it
real.
all out.
It was a really special day. I'm not joking. I'm being
Dude,
real honest.
I know.
Real
dude,
honest.
It's only 1 p.m. 5
Yeah.
beers deep. fucking best day of
Yeah.
the year so
I've been having a roller coaster ride of emotions here.
And it's not just because of the beer, but just having you over.
It's
Fucking
great.
great.
I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked. Yeah.
That tray flip.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
people usually say that I'm dead on the inside, but for all you Patreon viewers out there,
Yeah. He's alive.
Yeah, his outside is trying to do a smile, so
He's
so
alive.
to show that his insides aren't dead. Oh,
He's
it's not working though.
alive.
He's turning into a grimace.
yeah.
Oh, yell
Exit.
exit Clancy. Just because yell exit Clancy because I was thinking another person I really wanted to tell that I had done a tray flip is Clancy because I had
Yeah,
been
he's gonna be psyched.
expressing myself to him like, oh, I'm stressed a little bit about the thing.
It was so funny that all we did at the end of the Benton podcast was impersonate him, and some call it mocking, right?
Uh-huh.
I
But it's
call
in
it
a-
impersonating.
Yeah.
And it comes from a place of affection.
Love.
Yeah.
Love.
Imitation's the greatest form of flattery.
Yes.
But it's funny that you asked him if you listened to the podcast, and he literally mentioned to the moment right before we started doing that. He's like, "Yeah, I haven't finished it. Yeah, I haven't fucking finished it, but I stopped right before the questions." And I was
So-
like, "Oh."
I thought, it didn't even occur to me. I figured he had listened to all of it, and I was like, okay, at least he gets that we weren't being mean.
So the next podcast is going to be like you, Nick. You're going to be like, yeah, I'm 46. I did a tray flip. I love Jesus, and I have a ton of tattoos.
God, was that fucking passenger handy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna say, and I am pissed off at you. Deal with that.
Yeah, what are you gonna
I
do?
haven't mastered your.
Now I know Tom wouldn't do
your
that.
character yet.
I wouldn't.
So
No, you wouldn't.
I'm gonna have to work. I won't have it ready by the next podcast,
All right.
but it'll sound something like
future.
that. Yeah.
You
got
know.
time.
Okay, so here
Yeah,
I
I
just
got
want to say a couple of things.
Please
Do it, say 'em.
I woke up. I had a great morning. I'm hanging out on the podcast on the Fancy Lad podcast. I did a tray flip, and you guys told me I was part of the crew. So I'm going to eat Indian food, and I'm going to make sweet love to my wife tonight.
Hell
You hear that,
yeah.
everybody?
Sorry,
That's
honey.
He just baby Ruth that
Are
shit.
you apologizing for announcing it, or for the sweet love just like beforehand? Sorry, honey, but we're making love.
Yeah, man. Honestly, man,
I
I'm
know
like
it's gonna be hell for you, but it's gonna be
it's
heaven
just
for me.
epic. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I've had a
Life sounds pretty good.
life is
right about
amazing.
now.
A life is totally amazing, man. Man, I'll tell you, life is a complete trip, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like obviously, I just landed a tray flip, so.
You did land like a few tray flips,
But I was like this seems ideal. Being 46, having
Yeah.
a wife that I love,
Yeah.
and loves me,
yeah,
2 kids that come out and skate with me
Yeah.
sometimes, and if they don't want to, that's fucking cool.
yeah.
Do whatever, but they're cool as shit.
Yeah.
Either way,
Well,
you got a good situation.
I have a
man.
great situation, and I just never,
Hey.
I never take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's
I
the
never,
main thing.
never take it for granted.
Yeah.
And I know the other side of it, honestly. To be very honest, I know like the real dark places, and I
Right.
know the real
Like
lows.
I was gonna say, to quote Rage Against the Machine covering Devo,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful world.
It is.
For you,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Not me.
Oh, come on. Oh man. No, you
You-
guys are beauties.
You must have
You guys
like
are
a million
beauties.
and one questions for us.
Well, I always do, but it's you don't want to step. You never want to step on anybody's toes. Also, while the magic is happening,
Mhm.
you never want to mention the magic, right?
I've mentioned it like a million times.
But no, I'm saying, you just never.
Yeah, it's like when people get high and they constantly talk about how high they are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude,
Guys, you're high. We get it.
dude, I get it.
Yeah, you guys are high, man.
Dude,
Oh wait,
Bruh.
that wasn't.
were you just impersonating?
No,
Clancy?
no.
Were you
Clancy, if
supposed to
you're listening,
impersonate
go
Clancy?
on. Let me try it again. Dude, I'm really high right now, man.
Hey,
You
Dude.
think it's from all that?
I'm so fucking high
Oh,
right now,
dude.
dude.
Why do you think made us this high?
Was it all that fucking?
was that a? You guys, was that a
Drugs we were smoking, bro?
Oh, yeah, that might have been it. Oh.
These hybrids, man.
Dude,
These hybrids, man.
Hybrids.
Exactly.
Hybrids.
These hybrids, bro.
They get you every time.
I'm an indica guy, just for
Really?
the record. Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
do a lot of sativas.
I do not like running through the woods. I like being up to my waist in water.
And for all you Patreon viewers out
You're
there, gonna
missing
see
what
some
I'm doing.
Fucked up shit right now.
And you have at somebody's bodies. You got some dancing moves
Yeah, well,
that you
That's
show
true.
off.
yeah, that's
from time to
it's
time,
not, and that's also not a joke. I express myself sometimes through dancing.
physically.
I never
yeah.
thought it was a joke
Oh, good.
because it wasn't.
It's not.
Okay.
Fine.
Well, you can fucking
It's
put your
not
shirt
a-
back on and
it's
stop
not a
flexing
joke.
your fucking pecs in my face.
The whole Instagram thing with the Big Brother like looking at me. You know that whole thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I think that's hilarious because it's like, if you like, I just think of my Instagram thing. It's like, what would any sane person want to do with any of this garbage? Like,
Right.
you know what
Right.
I mean? Like these little, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just funny. Like, what do you have? What do you have to hide? What do you have to hide? There's no such thing as Social Security anymore.
I mean,
Bro,
is that even...
like that statement as that was controversial.
Which
There's
one?
no such thing as Social Security. I'm putting air quotes up.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
can see that
Yeah,
when they're
man.
paying the $9.99.
So, just like the dissemination of information. Like, what do you try? I don't understand. Like, I get it. Like, you want some privacy in regards to, I don't know, but just like,
And-
I don't know.
I hear you, and I just want to apologize that the Patreon's paid $9.99 every month, which upside down is $666.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And I didn't want you to freak out about that.
But he's very mad right now.
extremely mad, but I'm over it now
Oh, hell yeah.
because Number of the Beast is like my favorite Maiden jam.
Hell
yeah,
bro.
Steve Harris playing bass with with all of his fingers. What?
All 5 of them?
Yeah. You ever watch Steve Harris play bass?
Well, I mean, I figured I had 4 fingers and
No,
one
no.
thumb.
He watch him play. He's playing like his not his fret hand. Yeah, all of his fingers.
It sounded like you were playing Fear of the Dark.
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm... Sorry.
No.
No, dude.
No. Fear of the
Sorry,
Dark is a great jam. Man.
Sorry. I don't know what came over me right
Yeah, that's fine.
No.
Oh.
I know. I could talk. We'll have to have you back on the Iron Maiden episode of the podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
definitely.
I could talk about Maiden all day long.
Yeah.
When we'll have Peter too. I know they just played at the Mansfield,
Mhm.
but
Yeah. But I just want to make something real clear. I only like the Maiden stuff without Bruce Dickinson.
Oh, you made that perfectly clear.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm not a Bruce Dickinson guy. Just kidding.
I was going to say Number of
I just
the Beast
I
is
just
the
wanna
first
piss some
album with
people
Bruce
off.
Dickinson. So
I
I was
just
going to
wanna-
say,
I just want
are
to piss
you
some people off.
stupid?
And I don't like Killers. I don't like that album.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not serious.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh man. But that's the other thing.
'Cause I was
I've
gonna
been
say, get the fuck out of this podcast.
Oh jeez.
Yeah,
Put
it
your
was great
shirt
having
back
you here.
on,
Get
bro.
out
Good
of the
job doing a
podcast.
tray flip, now scram, all
Now
right?
remove yourself from this MP3 file, please, and thank you.
Here I go.
Shit. Oh my god, he just imploded.
Here I come back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, here he is.
How did you? Wait, this is your first podcast, and you already know how to do that? 'Cause we've done a bunch, and
Yeah,
I've
man.
never figured that out.
I watched the YouTube video on it.
Oh, that's how I learn a lot of things. I gotta check that out.
And I'm a musician too.
Yeah, what I was gonna ask.
So
what's your
that's
main instrument?
I'm a drummer,
Drummer. Okay.
but I'm a hack everything else.
I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
see you dabble in everything.
Yeah.
So I was wondering what
yeah.
your main.
drummer.
Yeah,
for,
what
for
you
sure.
main as.
Yeah,
in Super
yeah.
Smash terms.
Yeah.
What's your main?
Yep, my main is I'm a drummer. And
Mine's
I,
King DDD.
King DDD.
That's his main, bro.
Nice.
That's my main, bro.
I play drums at my church, but I also play drums with my friends Chris and Damon, where you do a band. So we got some songs going, and it's a lot of fun.
Jay
lot of
Maskus
fun.
prefers drumming.
He does, and he's an amazing drummer.
Yeah.
And he played most drums on Green Mind, right? Murph only played a couple of songs on that record, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, Yep, at Fort Apache in Cambridge.
I'll have to ask Murph about that.
Yeah. Ask Murph when you guys have when you do your Alien podcast, the 3-part Alien series,
The workshop
podcast.
podcast?
Yeah.
Then ask
Where
Jay
we have Chris Carter on?
when you have Carter and Hill, and ask Jay Massis to come on and Murph.
That's the same one where Dill and I do the read through for season 4 of Love.
Oh,
That's true.
you guys talked some shit about Dill on the last podcast.
Did we talk
too.
shit about Dill?
A little bit.
I think I said the shoes that
Smelled
DBS
like
shoes
fish.
smelled like fish. And then Benton said that
Okay.
was just Dill's smell. I didn't say that.
Tell me, go ahead and tell me what shit I talked about, Dill. I want to hear it.
Well, I don't remember exactly what was the shit, but it was the
I think
tone.
it was the tone.
It was the tone.
Well, I think we were saying nice things
Okay,
in
well,
a
you
mean
know what?
tone.
Okay, let me just tell you my experience of meeting Jason
Here
Dill.
we go.
Yeah, let's talk about Dill for a second.
Yeah.
Since you fucking love Dill,
I do
so
love
much.
Jason Dill. I
Oh,
do
you
love.
think he's such a great guy. Let's get into the real
I
shit.
do
real
love
quick.
me
Let's
some
get into
Jason
the real
Dill.
shit
If
real
you don't want to
quick.
hear the real shit, I
Yeah.
suggest you tune out right now. It's getting real.
First of all, Benton actually asked a question that I actually knew the answer to,
Okay,
which was he said, "And dang on this Jason Dill."
That's his John Benton?
part.
no, it's
Why
more like
was he using?
it's more like. But dang on Jason Dill, need to
You-
take more.
dude, you got to get the banjo.
Oh,
You got a banjo.
I'll
here.
add in an extra.
Oh, okay.
There's
Add
banjo
in
going
banjo.
right now.
Dang on the skateboard part. Why were you wearing such high socks with your pants cut into shorts?
And I like that look.
And Fisk
I
told
do
me
too.
that look he got was
Oh.
because he moved to New York and took it from the bike couriers.
Okay.
Because they all wear that
Yep,
in the
yep.
cold weather
Sure.
to not get their pants stuck in the chain.
Right.
I gotta say, Fisk was dressing like that when that part came out. He was
Exactly.
already dressed like that.
Exactly.
And then we would go to parks, and people would be like, "Oh, he's dressed like Jason Dill." And they'd just be like, rather than explain, like,
Actually, he's just like a bike courier. Jason Dill took it from the bike couriers.
I'd say, "Yeah, he loves Dill, dude."
When on the
Dude,
timeline?
he dresses like Dill and acts like Gons. He's crazy.
When did on the timeline did Gons do the fencing thing? At the skating at the in the museum.
I feel he's done it a couple of times. So
but
it's
did
a little
that
confusing.
predate? Because was a high.
I think that did predate.
Yeah,
it,
that did
So that
predate
may
it
be
for
it.
sure.
That's-
yeah, because he was dressed like that too, but
Yeah.
all white, right?
long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But anyway, back to my
Yeah.
experience of meeting Dill. I'll
Sure,
just
let's
say
go.
it really quickly.
All right. We'll say it quickly.
Okay. So we were at the. I was in Los Angeles. And I went to the Supreme
Oh, boy.
store for an anti-hero art show.
Okay.
And there was like some artists that had like a new series for anti-hero boards.
Todd Francis.
All these prints. No, it wasn't Todd Francis,
I
but
love Prince.
yeah, exactly. And
I have a Prince tattoo.
I was like, dude, oh my god, that's fucking Jason Dill over there, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, kind of like Jason Adams. I was like, dude, I only fan out on people named Jason.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, I gotta say what's up to him. I don't do this. We were about to leave, but I was like, guys, I gotta just run up to Dill real quick and just tell him, like, I'm a fan.
Yep.
I gotta fan out.
Yeah, I love
can't
it.
help
I
I'm
love
a
it.
kook.
I would do
I
the same
gotta
thing.
fan out.
Yeah.
You can't not.
I would do
had
the
to.
same
Yeah, I
thing.
was
You
like-
can't not.
I looked at all the other pros there, and I was like, I said what's up to Gurur, but I'm not gonna fan out on Gurur.
Well,
But
we've seen the Gerwer's kind of just
Gerwer's
like, yo,
always
what's
there.
up, Gerwer?
Yeah,
We've seen
yeah.
you
Yeah.
a million times.
Yep.
You obviously know us.
But I was like, holy shit, that's fucking Jason Dill over there.
Yeah.
That's fucking Jason Dill.
Yeah.
And so I went up to him and I was like, Dill, hate to do this, but dude, I gotta say, I just announced to them that I'm fanning out because I know that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And, he said he was high and he was drinking a San Pellegrino and eating a banana. Again, with the health kick.
Yep.
These people are getting on quite the health kick.
Yeah.
Gotta
L.A.
get healthy.
L.A.
And I was like,
Elliot Smith.
just
yeah.
to let you know, I also, have a skateboard company.
Yeah.
Fancy light. I showed him my T-shirt that had the Cletus Neil Blender
Yes.
parody.
Yep. Yep.
And he goes, oh, yeah, I see what you did there. Yeah, that's cute. You took the Simpsons, you took Neil Blender, you put them together. Okay, yeah. And then
Oh man.
I go on talking to him, and he sees my shoes are all ripped up and shoe-gooed.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, Jimmy, hey, come over here. Check this out. Yeah, hey, look, it's the last guy keeping shoe-goo in business over here.
Which is probably inaccurate because Shoe Goose sold at hardware stores. I think
Yeah.
a lot of
And
construction
CVS.
workers
Yeah, and they
use
have a
that
lot.
on their,
Yeah.
They they're producing a lot of it.
Yeah.
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 So were you just okay? Sorry.
So he thought I was a nobody fan. He didn't know I was a mogul. To be in the
He
industry.
didn't know who you were.
He didn't know I was going to be hosting the #1 premier skateboard podcast in the world.
Yep.
Right. He didn't know that we were going to be watching Love Seasons 1, 3,
Yeah.
3.
and thinking his performance was mediocre at best.
Right. So you were
I'm
disappointed
kidding, Dale. Oh, God.
because sometimes if something like that happens, if you meet someone and you have an
I
idea,
thought he was a little condescending. I thought he was
Right.
a little condescending.
how would
person.
but how would you have liked him to be?
Just a normal dude.
I want him to bro down.
Yeah.
I just want to bro down, bro.
You know, Jason Dill ain't gonna bro down.
But
and,
whenever I tell anybody that
Yeah.
I was the least bit disappointed,
yeah,
like to anybody else who knows Dill,
Yeah.
they're like, they're baffled. So maybe,
well,
maybe
ma-
it was the weed. Maybe it was the weed.
He did
the-
say
the
he
weed.
was really
He
high.
did say he was high on marijuana.
and maybe he did know who you were, and he was intimidated by you.
That's true.
And the only reaction was sort of a fight or flight
Mm-hmm.
And
type of thing. Was he in
picked
a
fight.
corner?
He picked fight.
Was
Oh,
it?
he was in a
Was
corner.
it a corner?
He
Yeah,
knew.
it was. The demo was at a boxing
Actually,
ring.
now
It
that
was-
you mention it, I think
Literally,
by the look in his eye, he knew that like Fancy Lad was going to be the only other competitor to fucking awesome,
Right.
and he had to take me down a notch because
Right.
he was a little scared.
Oh, that was cute. They took everyone's pictures for when they were in second grade, and then you put it on a board with nice red ply in the background.
And
I
also,
took-
for the
It's
record,
sweet.
I know that he wants people to think it's called fucking awesome,
But we know
but
it's
to me, it's
like,
fucking,
fucking
awesome.
Gag me with a spoon, and then also grip up a new fucking awesome board for me. Because I'm
Uh,
going to some mall.
I have a confession.
Go on.
I have that Geno board. Sorry.
All right, and that's been our episode.
Yeah, it was a great great having you on the podcast.
Come
Okay,
on.
get the fuck out, dude.
Ah, jeez.
Hey, just kidding.
No, I'm just
Still
kidding.
love
I
you.
actually,
and the Dylan board too, actually.
You got a lot of boards. You have
I'm
a lot of.
I'm a.
You're like a board connoisseur.
you're
Well-
a board collector. Some may say.
Well, here's the thing about that. I always stay. Always seem to stay in the black. With this, like, I think it's like when I was a kid. You know, I'm not saying that I grew up like I was a poor little kid,
Right.
but like I definitely scraped for boards.
Right.
So like, as an older skateboarder, and you're like, oh, well, I can get that board. You're just like, it's kind of
Right.
it's kind of a special thing
when
you
you're
know?
a grown ass man.
When you're a
and
grown
you
ass
can
man.
buy whatever you want.
Well, not but
to an extent.
Yeah,
to an extent.
Well,
and,
I mean,
and
yeah.
I have a genuine like. I don't want to hoard stuff or anything. So I just have a general appreciation and obviously I have a love for skateboard graphics and stuff too, and
Yeah.
skateboard graphic artists and stuff. So
Well, it's different, boards. What generally boards have stayed the same price pretty much since
Yeah.
we were kids, anyways.
Yeah.
I'd say generally around 50, 55 for a board.
yeah,
Like $55 when you're fucking 10 to
Yeah.
16 or whatever,
yeah,
or even through your teens. Like,
Yep.
that's a lot of money.
yeah,
And then once you're older and you're already paying fucking close to $1,000 a month for just like living expenses in
yeah, of
general,
course.
it becomes a lot easier to be like, or just like, I'm like, well, I spent $40 on coffee
Right.
in a week. It's a lot easier
Right.
to be like, well, I'm just gonna fucking buy a
Yeah.
new board.
The other thing too is that like I have a board like that board I'm doing the boneless challenge on.
Right.
Yep.
Like Russ hand painted that board. So
Russ
that's
Pope.
Russ Pope.
Yell exit Russ Pope.
Yeah, like
exit
the
Russ Pope.
transportation union.
Who I finally, I listened, like I said before. I mean, I hate to be redundant, but I did listen to the other podcast.
For the amount that we talk about Russ Pope, we gotta just get him on.
I
here.
know,
yeah,
we
you
should
should.
get Russ Pope
He's the
on
nicest dude.
I've never even really talked to him.
You should talk to him. He's like the nicest dude.
Yeah.
Nice. So he hand painted this board, and that's a really special thing.
Right.
It's kind of like that guy Pete, who does Pete's
Pigs.
Pigs.
Yeah.
Pete Talbot. He just recently made a board for me. Like these,
Yeah, one-offs. They're not
one-offs. Yeah,
mass-produced.
yeah, and they're touched. They're
Yeah.
touched by human hands,
It's a
and
special thing.
it's a real special thing, and it's it's really cool. It's really, really cool.
And that's kind of why Mike V got mad at you, right? Because he sent you a board.
Oh no, I don't think anybody. I mean, I don't think anybody's mad at me, but
Well,
they sent me the board, and like I had said before, I have get boards and I line them up to skate, and I'm not I don't know how many boards do you go through
Right, just because you can afford to buy boards now, as opposed to when you're younger,
right?
You still have the same mentality of like,
oh yeah,
I want to go through this, and like I'm not going to set up a new one until like, all right, I need a new one
for sure,
or like,
yeah, and it's always, I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine like people giving you a skateboard for free?
No,
honestly,
I
like
can't.
that's mind blowing.
Yeah,
anything for free, like in regards to, I mean, it's insane. You know?
Yeah, Big, you've probably never gotten a free board.
I've never got a free board in my life.
You know what I'm going to do?
Did Coliseum ever give you a free board? Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's a definitely maybe.
Definite maybe. Like.
Definitely maybe.
But it was mainly just cost, yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty outrageous.
Right.
You know?
For sure.
So, which brings me back to, by the time I'm 50... I'm gonna turn pro. I'm gonna have my name on a skateboard. It's just a matter of who and when, and hopefully this gets out on this podcast, and I'll have to get a management company.
Well, I wish I knew someone in the industry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nice.
I'll have to get a management company and a rep.
Well, Jason
publicist.
Dill's going to get back to me about his manager for love.
Yeah.
And
You know what?
He's going to be on the next episode of the podcast.
Right.
You know what's weird is that they asked me to skate for hockey.
Really?
But they were like, we already have an Andrew B. Allen on the team.
The one that we tried to get on the podcast
Yes.
today.
So it was awkward, but I don't think they knew that, like I said, it's hard. Like you guys, it's hard to offend me.
Yeah.
Right.
So they didn't know. Like I'm down with you. Like I'm down with you guys.
Like, I've been
even
calling
those
you a
guys.
stupid idiot for years.
Yeah, and it's like you can't. I wasn't offended in any way.
Right. It's weird every time I see you, I say, yo, what up, Andy? And I spit in your face, and you just wipe it away and say, hey, Tom.
And I
Good
keep
to see
calling you Four Eyes and breaking your glasses, and you keep buying the same pair over and over.
And you always have at least 3 backups with you, which is like pretty smart.
You know what it's all about? Forgiveness.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
Concept. What's that mean? What's
Forgiveness.
That's
Forgiveness.
That's
Yep.
my Andy Roy.
What's that mean? Another Andy. That's
Yeah.
very good. Another Andy.
Yeah. Yeah.
We definitely weren't trying to get him on here.
Andy Roy.
Yeah, I don't want to explain everything to him every 2 seconds.
Yeah. He has a thing too. I don't want to say because I know there's only one podcast, but he has a podcast.
I know he has a podcast, but it's not the #1 premier
Okay,
skateboard
gotcha.
podcast in the world.
Gotcha.
It's true. Number one, the most essential podcast for all your fancy lad needs either. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So other podcasts aren't talking about fancy lad nearly as much as we are.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, they're still talking about it quite a bit. Usually takes up about 75 to 89% of their content.
Chock full of fancy lad.
Mm-hmm. To all of our sweaty and deranged fans out there, yell exit.
Yell exit to
Yeah,
all,
yell exit
to all the fancy
sweaty
lad
fans.
Sweaty and deranged.
Fans.
That's the criteria.
Once we get some
fancy lad fans.
antiperspirant, sponsors, we'll hook all of y'all up.
Mm-hmm.
Although, just let it out.
Oh, guess what?
What?
I did FUCKING tray flip today.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that.
I just want to bring that back. I want to bring it back around.
Ah, man, I wish they could see it now.
Dang.
You know,
Well, I mean, they can because it'll be up by then, but
I gotta say, this has been one hell of a podcast.
it's been fantastic.
Yeah. It's been
Honestly,
really
this has been such a good podcast. I don't even think we have time for questions this week.
I don't think
No
there's
questions?
no need to answer questions.
Yeah, we're gonna
It's
have
been
to.
so good. We'll just leave them for next week.
We're gonna
Sorry,
have to-
sorry to the people who asked questions and we didn't answer them yet, but we still got them. We got our eyes on you.
Oh.
We see the list.
I can answer one question.
Yeah.
Pisces.
There we go. And now
That's
you know.
the type of car that Andy drives.
Mhm.
Thanks. Yeah.
I have an Aztec.
Yeah. Me,
And
I
that's
have-
also your astrological sign,
Yep.
which is weird.
It is very strange because it's not even on the calendar.
And I have an Aquarius car.
Ah.
All right. So I guess we'll see you guys next week here on the Fancy Lab Podcast.
Fancy Lad Podcast. Tune in every week. Every Tuesday
forever.
for the rest of your life.
It's never going to stop until.
But as we know, we don't die.
Right.
We don't. Oh, yeah. Can I wrap it up and just say, thank you, God?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you, God, for
Hell
this
yeah.
day. Thank you for Tom. Thank you for Nick. Thank you for Fancy Lad Skateboards. Thank you for, man, I'll just say everything because I'm totally elated. I'm walking on the moon, man, like that song.
Which one?
The
Walking on broken glass?
Yeah. That's
Singing
a
in the
great
Rain?
song,
That's a good
by
one.
the way.
Walking on broken glass.
That's a good
one.
That's Annie Lennox, or is that Eurythmics?
Ooh, that's a good question. We'll have to
I think,
figure that out
okay,
for
we'll
next
figure that
time.
out. Yep.
Until next time.
Yeah. Thanks for coming by, Andy. We
Thank
love
you.
you. It was great having
Thank you, guys.
Thanks again. Thanks
Awesome.
for your prayers.
Yeah,
you
thanks
know?
Yeah,
for that
man.
fucking tray flip, bro. It's
Thank
fucking
you.
sick. All right, see you guys next week.
Keep up that PMA. Positive mental attitude.
Oh, that's okay. Good. I'm glad you told me.
All right. I saw your face looks perplexed there.
Well, yeah.
A little worried.
I'm very concerned.
All right.
We'll see you
On
later.
that note, thanks again, Andy.
Bye.
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 Yeah.